I'm Bill Mathis. I manage the president of the Texas City Terminal Railroad.
Hi, my name is Dana Steele. I am an author and a speaker.
My name is Debbie Ray, and I volunteer with the Sentinels of Freedom Gulf Coast Foundation.
Hi, I'm Yola Dryden, a volunteer with the Sentinels organization.
Hi, my name is Michael Sevier. I'm the founder and the national president of the 4x4 Warriors Truck Club.
I became involved with the Sentinels about 7 years ago. The main reason that I got involved, of course, was because of the soldiers.
I was invited to play in the tournament last year. Really didn't know anything about the organization. They asked me if I'd get involved and how do you say no to a day of golf at South Shore Harbor. I came to play golf. I didn't expect to come and fall totally and madly in love with the organization, the people who run the organization, and the people that the organization is run for.
My father served for 30 years in the Army and retired as a colonel. During that time, when I was very young, our family was stationed in Yugoslavia. So that experience offered us an opportunity to live outside of the bubble of the protection of the American Constitution. And I think it's an opportunity that I wish more Americans could experience, because it's very easy to take our rights and our liberties for granted and to forget that soldiers fought and continue to fight and to shed blood, sweat, and tears for those rights.
And I remember a time where friends of mine who were coming back from Vietnam, they really had no one to turn to other than their families. There weren't the medical areas open to them, both mental and physical, and they would just withdraw to themselves. Our group actually takes the Sentinel to rehab. They work with them emotionally if they're having a breakdown and trying to understand how to work with the world. If they have families, we don't forget about their families. The families are a huge part to a recovery of a Sentinel. So the difference between what people coming back from wars in World War II to people coming back from Vietnam is massive. That wasn't offered to those people at this time. That's why this organization is so fantastic.
I am a prior service military, was in for almost 10 years, and I am an Iraqi vet. The Sentinels of Freedom is a huge thing for me and my club for the simple fact that being a soldier who lost some friends and had some injured friends overseas, the impact that we make just by changing the lives of soldiers that have been seriously hurt means everything in the world to me. Seeing the soldiers come home and then go through the Sentinels program and do a complete 180 from feeling hopeless to walking around with smiles on their faces with a future ahead of them, there's nothing more that I could ask for.
When I first went to the first meeting, they said that all of the money and everything that was collected went to the soldiers. When they asked for people who could give jobs, several people stood up and offered jobs. Several builders offered homes.
When you donate your time and your money, you know where it's going. Everything that you donate stays right here. It goes right to these local individuals. And if you're participating in one of our fundraising efforts like the golf tournament, you're meeting these individuals, you're meeting these soldiers, and you're hearing their stories. You get to see where your money goes and the results of your generous donation. I think that is so important in this day and age.
My family and I were introduced to the Sentinels of Freedom Gulf Coast, and I actually lived in Iowa, and the Sentinels had chosen my family to be their first Sentinel for the state of Texas.
He said, I really want you to apply for this. I told him, I was like, Mike, this is an extreme honor, but I don't think I'm your guy. There's other guys out there that I know can use it more than me.
When I joined the Sentinels, they asked where I wanted to go. So my first thing was Texas.
They helped to pay for the building of my home They helped furnish my home, and they actually took me physically by hand to sign me up for school. And they've been there, all along the way to help with, little things that come up, emergencies.
Mike said, he's like, that's exactly your response. He's like, that's exactly why you are the person we want. Because this isn't for everybody, it's for people that have been severely wounded, but are self-motivated and aren't sitting around bemoaning the situation. They're still motivated and want to go out there and do something with their life.
Really, they've all changed me, I think. And then, when I was injured, if I'd had to do everything on my own, I wouldn't have been able to bear that. But with their help, it's been an easy process.
It's been a pretty amazing experience.
And so the very first thing the Sentinels did was they got me an apartment and they furnished it. And it was amazing. But, in doing that, that was incredible because it gave me the confidence that, okay, I can move forward with my life and, and ask the love of my life to marry me.
So they might think it's terrible and they can't do it. But I know if they deep down take a look for themselves or rely on other people for help, they can do more than they thought.
So I think anybody that can get involved with Sentinels of Freedom would benefit from being there, and I know the soldiers would benefit from it.
I'm thrilled to be here, and open up your hearts, open up your wallets, open up your credit cards. Let's raise some money because it's really a great organization.
But what's unique about the Sentinels of Freedom and why I chose to volunteer for them is that they don't just hand over a check and a blanket and say thank you for your service. We actually surround these individuals with a group of volunteers that are there to provide them with every tool that they will need to reassimilate back into civilian life.
I so enjoy working with them because I can actually see the changes in a Sentinel. The program is a 4-year program. That's a lot of commitment from a lot of people. And it's not just one person in this organization, it is an entire community.
I want to thank the soldiers who gave the ultimate sacrifice, put themselves in harm's way for us. So I want you to understand, from me as a veteran to another veteran, thank you for what you've done, thank you for what you've been through, and thank you for what you continue to do to fight on. God bless our troops, and we're still here.
This year, one of our Sentinels is graduating from a 4-year program, and the results are fantastic. He's out there, he has a job, he has a family, he's graduated from school. It's amazing. And at the same time, we're bringing on a new Sentinel to start our journey all over again.